This is Charles Joyner, and you're listening to The Carnage House.
Now, next thing I want to talk about, we've had some fun developments over the past few months in the world of combat sports. We've seen YouTubers come and make hella money putting on some fights. And you know what? The headline has obviously been Logan Paul and Jake Paul and their fights against Floyd Mayweather, Ben Askren, and a few others. Even Paul Gallen recently fought against Justice Oni. I don't know if that's how you say his name. Huni. So, first of all, I like the fact these guys are getting their money, but you know what? They're also putting on some pretty good fights. They actually have some skills. So, what have you thought about the Paul brothers in particular?
Yeah, I think I agree. I think it just makes me laugh when people get so fired up by it and then start posting about it, and then
it's not real fighting or not real boxers or something.
Yeah, but it's also like they don't realise that they're doing exactly what these guys want them to do, which is talk about them. And it's getting more eyes on it, it's making them more money just from that, and they're just falling straight into it. And then even like, you know, the MMA fighters getting all fired up, like Tyron Woodley, and you know, I don't know, I feel like they're just starting to get played, and these guys are doing a good job of just making money.
Yeah, and they're also, I mean, I'd give a little shout out as well to Paul Gallen, because although Paul Gallen's definitely in it for the cash, he's also done a good job in bringing up the publicity of some Australian fighters.
100%.
So Tim Tszyu, who fought on that Paul Gallen card against who did Paul Gallen fight that time?
Which one? Oh, Mark Hunt.
Yeah, it was Mark Hunt. And
Yeah.
then Tim Tszyu's got a big reputation now, partly because of that.
Yeah.
And I think also, I might be getting this wrong. I'm just thinking about what I might have seen on the internet. Was Kambosos. I think he might have been supposed to fight on a card that just his fight got cancelled. But I think it might have been with at Gallen's fight with Justice Honey that.
No, it was you're close, but it was actually linked to the so the Logan Paul and Jake Paul are fighting under this. I don't know what they are, but it's called Triller. I think they're just like entertainment, but they're getting into boxing now. But then Triller bought the rights for the Kambosos fight against Teofimo Lopez, who just beat Lomachenko to win the titles. So that was going to be a huge fight. And that was supposed to be happening today or tomorrow, our time. But I think Lopez got COVID. So.
Yeah, I haven't seen much of Kambosos, but it seems like he's super legit. I mean, I think when we were even in our garage a couple of years ago talking about it, you mentioned Kambosos in terms of up and coming Australian fighters.
Yeah, he's been working, like he's taken like the hard road there. So say someone like Tim Tszyu, like no knock on him, but his dad was Costa Tszyu, who was like a legendary Australian Russian boxer. So he kind of had, as soon as he made his pro debut, he kind of had a big platform, and then they promoted him. Whereas Kambosos literally started off by fighting, you know, in the small little pubs, and literally has worked his way up to this. Yeah, probably it would have been the biggest fight that an Australian's ever been involved in. And then if he won, he'd probably be the most successful Australian fighter of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff Horn had a pretty good go after he beat Manny Pacquiao. That was quite cool.
But if you're going up against the guy who just beat Lomachenko,
I mean, I've been a big Lomachenko dick rider for a couple of years. Not that I really followed him, but I just love watching his highlights, and I'll make sure whenever he fought, I'd go back and watch the highlights. He's super good. Now, so you're broadly supportive of these YouTubers coming in. You like it?
Yeah, because it's not. It's more that I can respect what they're doing, because it's like with fighting, to promote it, you've got to bring eyes to it. So whether people like you or they hate you, at the moment, a lot of people are disliking the Paul brothers, but people are paying to watch them fight. So, and they know what they're doing. They're not doing it to try and be liked or to try and. They're doing it to make money and do cool stuff. So it's for me, they're doing what they're setting out to do. So you can respect that. Whether they're good fighters is another question. Like they're obviously decent. Like they've got skills, but
you think you could in a boxing match? You think you could beat up Jake Paul or Logan Paul?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
You reckon we can make that Do you reckon we can make that
Carnage
fight?
House
This is a
Boxing.
Carnage House Productions event.
No,
We
why
can be
not?
like a bunch of
And
editors.
one other one that I just saw today while I was doing the research is Nick Kyrgios tweeted out he would be quite interested in having a boxing fight against another tennis star. And then this guy, tennis, this is another, his first name is Tennis, Tnnys, Sandgren said, I'm down for a dance. Anyone know who that is? Apparently he's famous.
Dennis Sandgren.
Oh, Dennis Sandgren. I thought it was
Yeah.
tennis. Do you know who that is? I didn't know who that is.
Yeah, I think he's famous enough for me to know him, and I don't follow tennis that well.
I would like to watch Nick Kyrgios box someone because he looks like he has some thug tendencies. Our
Yeah.
friend Nick.
It's
Yeah.
a Greek thug.
See, he's got like,
You'll watch the concrete with this guy.
Yeah, his haircut is very similar to Joyner's, just with a bit more party on the front.
Yeah, oh, he's always mixing it up though, isn't he? Like he's always got that flashy sort of. I think
Yeah.
he'd do well because he's got that.
I think he's got the
that dog in
mentality.
it. Yeah, for sure.
So
He's also like incredibly coordinated.
Yeah,
Like,
and long as well.
Long,
Also-
but just coordinated. Like his hand-eye.
And he's
like,
a showman. He put on a good show.
He's a showman. Like you got to be that good at tennis. Like your hand-eye coordination is like top 0.001% of the world, straight off the bat.
Yeah.
He's also
You see it.
He's extremely athletic as well. Apparently, he's actually a very good basketball player.
Really?
Yeah, well, he said he would much prefer to be playing in the NBA than playing tennis. He actually doesn't like tennis.
Yeah.
I know. How funny is
Just
that?
makes
He
money.
doesn't like tennis.
Still
Just
beats
likes the
Federer.
lifestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a coach. He's going and beating. I don't know if he has a coach now, but there was a period for like a few years where he didn't have a coach. Like, why do I need a coach? And they're like, and then the media. I love this bit. The media was like, so why don't you have a coach? Like, it looks like you don't take tennis like very seriously. Like, you're hitting through the leg shots when you shouldn't be. Like, you're fucking around. You're missing tournaments, whatever. You're out partying all the time. You and your mates are banging other people's girlfriends on the tour. And he's like, yeah, I don't take it seriously. It's just tennis, man. And all the people whose whole entire lives are built around tennis is like very disappointed.